Hello, good morning. It is a full moon in Leo today. So depending on when you watch this, happy full moon. Lots of intense energies right now. I did some pulls earlier, some card pulling, and it was like very polar, opposite energies. It was like conflicting energies. It was like this one is saying, yes, we're moving forward, it's really exciting, this is happening, and then this one was saying, no, we're resting, we're waiting, we're not ready. So it was like this push-pull. So I decided to go into the Akashic records and kind of check in with my guides and team there to see if they had any messages for us, because anytime that we're having these really differing energies, I feel like there's more to the story. So I wanted to kind of check in, and they did have a really, really beautiful message for you guys. And this is going to be applicable for the Twin Flame community, but it's also applicable for any aspect of your life. And even if you're not on a Twin Flame journey, but you are somebody who is actively aware of your spiritual journey, you are in partnership with creating the life of your dreams, whether that shows up as you manifesting and calling things in for yourself, whether that shows up as you just actively being engaged and being a sovereign being who is taking charge of your own life. Meaning, you have a vision of what you want and where you're going, you see it, and you take steps to get there, right? So whatever your process is, whether you call that manifestation, whether you call that, just bettering your life, it's self-improvement, whatever you want to call it, because I know that all these words in the collective have a lot of energy attached to them. But however you do that, maybe for you, you are really actively engaged and participating in creating this new earth, helping Gaia ascend into the 5D, helping Gaia get out of this really dense, heavy timeline that we're currently seeing happening on the planet. So for you, that could just be you emotionally connecting, throughout your day, throughout your weeks, just emotionally connecting to what it would feel like to live on a planet in harmony, a planet that's supportive, that's loving, that cares about its animals, its environment, and its inhabitants more than it cares about, power and money and whatever, right? So maybe that's what you're calling in. Perhaps you are manifesting, working on calling in, a business, a new career, a mission. Maybe you're really interested in getting on your mission and what you feel like you're here to give, to be in service, right? Whatever it is. Sorry, I thought I lost you guys for a second. I've been having weird technology issues. Mercury retrograde, we are in the shadow, it is happening. But it's going to be calm and peaceful Mercury retrograde. And so it is. Okay, so so perhaps you it doesn't matter what it is you're calling in. Obviously, those of us who are on these twin flame journeys, we're really, really active in our spiritual journey and calling in union within, union in the 5D and union in the physical, right? Both. We want both. So what Spirit really wants us to know right now is, in order to call something in from the ether, in order to call something in from the higher dimensions, and to bring it down into this very dense 3D physical world where we have, physical objects that we all have collectively, this is a bit quantum physicsy, but where we have collectively agreed, this is a little bit more vague, I'm going to do something a little bit easier. We all collectively have decided, yes, this is a lighter. This is a lighter pen, and it is green, and it has black on it, and it's shaped like this. We've all collectively agreed upon that, so therefore that's how it's showing up in the physical, right? So this is where manifestation can get kind of tricky, because when we feel something so deeply in our heart, whether it's that you can feel this union, you can feel the power and the love, and you can imagine, and you can almost start feeling your twin with you physically, and you're really in this, or you can imagine this, very successful service-based business. You can see yourself with your clients, you can see how your bank account grows, you can see all these things, you can feel them, you're emotionally connected to them. That's you feeling it real in the 5D because it exists there. It's already there. Time is not linear. Time, we'll go into time at another time. But time is our, it's almost like our obstacle, right? Because it's over here, it's in the 5D, it exists, it already exists. If you have the desire for something, it's already yours, right? If you have the feeling that this is what you want, then it's meant for you. You would not have the desire or that emotional connection to something unless it was not meant for you, unless it did not already exist. Now, the process of bringing it down into this dense, heavy, physical 3D plane takes a little bit more time, takes a little bit more, I don't want to say effort, but it's just not something that we're going to snap our fingers and we're going to feel. And that's where that process of faith and trust and surrender becomes the key component to any manifestation process. You have to really, really stay in the frequency and the energy of trusting and knowing that it's coming to you, even if you cannot see it, even if you're not seeing the signs in your physical, even if it feels further away if you look around in the 3D than it ever has. So what happens in these manifestation sort of processes, or when we're really, really focused on calling something in, is we may be very high vibe, high frequency for a while. We may feel it. We you watch us in these twin flame readings, right? We'll have this amazing reading and we'll think, oh my God, he or she is going to reach out to me. The contact is going to happen. And then a couple days go by, and then we notice the energies start to shift in the read, and we're like, okay, that's weird. What happened? And then we get into a different frequency. We get into a different energy, because what happens is we're not seeing the proof of it. So then it's actually shifting our energy. But if we can bypass that needing to see it to believe it, if we can stay in the frequency and the truth and the trust, I'll say not the truth, and the trust and the knowing that it's on its way and it's coming, and it just might take a little bit longer to manifest into this physical reality. But if I ever am feeling, like I want to connect to it, just step into the 5D with it. Visualize, allow yourself to go into the emotion of what it feels like. Go into your imagination. Go into these places within our powerful brains and capabilities to really connect to what it is you're calling in, so that you can raise your vibration and stay in that frequency. The gap between the 5D and the 3D is where most people get stuck. So you may feel really great for a couple of days, and then you're like, well, where is it? Like, I don't see it. Okay, yeah. And then we're like, okay, well, it's not coming. I guess manifestation doesn't work. I guess this doesn't work. I guess he's not my twin. I guess this isn't meant to be. Well, you know what? I believed that healer. I believed that spiritual teacher. And you know what? I think she lied, right? The ego comes in, and the ego's like, doubt, fear. This isn't ever going to happen. Whatnot, whatnot. Yeah. So, and I'm sure we've all been there. We've all been there multiple times. And the spiritual journey, the spiritual path is really about teaching us how to trust and have faith regardless of what we're seeing in our reality. And knowing that the divine timing is uniquely ours. It's soul contracted. Knowing that it's going to happen no matter what. It is going to happen because it's meant for you. It is already yours. You can already connect to it in the 5D. You can already feel it. You can be in relationship with it. You can be in love with it. It's already there. You're already with your twin. You already have this, highly lucrative, incredible service-based business of your dreams. You already have that beautiful house in Hawaii, right? Whatever it is. The new earth already exists. It's already here. It's available. Some of us are even stepping into that timeline, and there's timeline converging going on, because like you'll be in the grocery store in 5D having an amazing time, and somebody else will be in their 3D, and then you'll like meet, and your energies will meet, and you'll be like, whoa, like you have to go the opposite direction, because this person's really, really stuck in the density and the physical and the fear and everything else that's occurring in this denser dimension. So your guides just really, really want you to know that it's about that faith. And that's what this journey is teaching you. That's what this journey is really about, is teaching you that faith and that trust and that knowing with spirit, with yourself, knowing when you're feeling weak, rely on spirit. However you choose to connect, however it feels correct for you, but knowing that it's coming, and there is a gap. There's a gap between these dimensions, and if you can stay in that vibration and frequency of trust and surrender and knowing that it's coming and not dipping down into the, well, it's not here, then guess what? It's going to happen a lot faster. Because what ends up happening is we feel great for a little while and we're staying in this high vibe, and like things are working in the unseen, things are moving, there's this energy, we get all these tarot reading confirmations, or however we choose to connect with our guides and our team, and they're telling us, yeah, things are going well, blah, blah, blah. And then we maybe have a low point. It's okay to have a low point. It's okay to allow emotion or things to come up and be processed. Absolutely. The problem is, maybe we have something that comes up. Maybe it's an old wound. Maybe it's a past life thing and it needs to be purged. The problem is then when we're in that vulnerable emotional space, we can look around and be like, well, I don't see it. And then we get stuck. And then we are in that frequency of doubt, fear. It's not happening. I must not deserve it. I must be doing something wrong. God has forgotten about me. God has forsaken me. I mean, if I could tell you all the times I've been angry at God. Me and God have a very sassy, spicy relationship, let's say. Like, I'll be doing tarot readings sometimes and I'm just like, really? Oh, you fucking kidding me? It's okay, because my spirits are very sassy and they can hold their own. Yeah, so then we get angry at God, and then we have this kind of, we're in our ego. Let me just simplify it. We're in our ego. And that is not the place where our manifestation, our desire can come to us. It cannot come to us in that point. So it could be this close. Like if we're thinking dimensionally, right? Like here's this other dimension. It could be right here and we're right here. And if we could just our vibration, it would be like, cool, now I'm coming on in. But we're down here and it's like, I can't get to you. I can't. there's a block. And we don't know that that's occurring. You know, I mean, if you have sight and you're very clairvoyant and whatnot, maybe you can see some of these realms, and that's incredible. I can't wait to be able to see all of that. But it's just growing our faith and our trust, because when we have that trust and that faith, we can face anything. It doesn't matter. Okay, so our twin is deciding to go into separation and does not want to be with us right now. I can weather this. I will be fine, and I know I can, because I have that connection and that trust with myself, with spirit, knowing I'm provided for. Oh, I got fired? No money coming in? I can weather this. I know I can. You know, whatever's going on in the world, I can weather this. So that's the message. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, and I hate that saying, so delete that. I'm not going to keep going over it. If you do have questions about this, please comment. Please reach out to me. I love to hear from you guys. And if you've had experience with this, I would love to know how this has gone for you in your manifesting and your processes. Maybe I'll share some personal stories of my own, of how things that I've called to me and things that I've manifested, and the delays that have occurred for me versus like when it's happened faster, and just kind of places that I've gotten stuck. I'd be happy to share some of those personal stories, but I would love to hear if that's been a thing for you guys, if you've had personal experience with that. But yeah, that's the message from the Akashic Records today, and wanting you to know, keep going. You're doing so well. They're so proud of you. They're so proud of the twins on this journey. I mean, I keep getting the Six of Wands just over and over and over again for the twins. And I know it doesn't, especially if you're still in separation, I know it's hard to really see that and feel that. But again, we're growing this trust muscle and this faith in the unseen, this faith in the unknown, this, seeing is not believing. As a spiritual being, we have to, 11, Yes, I just saw 1111. We have to get really grounded in that truth. And most of us know it logically, we know it intellectually, but the practice of it can be much more difficult. All right, I hope that helps. I hope that resonates. Please let me know. I love to hear from you guys, and please like this video if you enjoyed the content. I'm exploring. This is such a process of exploration and creativity and fun. Sometimes I'll do Akashic record download readings. Maybe I'll do a live Akashic records reading. If you guys want to send me questions, that could be fun. I'll keep doing the tarot readings and the check-ins with the twins, because those are always really fun. But yeah, this is kind of a co-creation, and really the desire and the goal is to create community, spiritual community within the spiritual community community building. You know, a lot of us are in isolation, and so connecting through the internet, which by the way is very 5D, so connecting through the internet is a beautiful way for us to kind of meet one another and call in our soul family and soul tribe. All right, I've rambled enough. Have a beautiful full moon if that's coming up for you. If you already had it, I hope it was wonderful, and I will be back again soon. Bye.